Hey, Gareth Nicholas, head nutritionist at Maximuscle. Let's talk about protein. It's pretty obvious that we're going to talk a lot about protein from our perspective, from the brand, from the products, but what you're trying to achieve. For all of us out there that maybe are trying to put on muscle mass, protein is going to be the number one nutrient. Protein is that nutrient that helps our muscles to repair. It's going to help us to maintain our muscle, and importantly, it's going to help us to grow. Without protein, you're not going to do that. Protein is hugely important in many other things in our body, from kind of cell creation to hair, nails and skin development, but most importantly for the exercise individual, it is about that muscle mass. So how much protein do you need? What sort of protein do you need, and where can you get it from? To start off with, about the amount, this goes directly back to what is it that you're trying to achieve. For muscle mass, we probably go straight all the way to saying, have somewhere between maybe 1.6 to 2 grams of protein per kilo of your body mass. That could actually be stretched a little bit more than that, and more research, especially around trying to either lose weight and stay feeling fuller for longer with protein, or indeed that you're doing a really intense heavy training session, or you already have lots of muscle mass. You might want to take that protein requirement more closer to perhaps 2.4, maybe even 2.5 grams per kilo. The minimum recommendation is 0.8 grams of protein per kilo of body mass, and you're trying to achieve, irrespective of whether it's just a maintenance load of protein or whether it's really to try and help build muscle. You want to spread that protein out across the day. You want to drip feed your body with protein, and we know that from that perspective you're looking at 0.25 grams of protein per kilo of your body mass at any given time, which kind of equates to the sort of averages of body weights that we're looking around 20 to 40 grams of protein at any given moment. Think about your diet now. What is it that you're having at breakfast? A lot of the time that might be a carbohydrate based meal and very little protein, and you probably, like most, get the majority of your protein in maybe your main meal, in your evening meal, in your dinner time. The problem with that is, yes, great, you hit the number you need to, but you can imagine that the body's got to digest that, to utilise that protein, and it will do it much more efficiently if you segment that protein portion throughout the day rather than just in one hit. The other tool, especially for those that are looking to build their muscle mass, is have some protein, and a larger amount of protein towards bedtime. So an hour before you go to bed, 30 to 40 grams of protein at that moment is really going to help you to, in the hours of sleep, the fasted period that you're sleeping, you're going to drip feed your body with protein. It is all about protein. We don't store protein. We have muscles, or indeed any additional protein that you have, you're going to ultimately transform that into glucose and then, unfortunately, into body fat. So yes, you can have too much of a good thing, so you really do need to calculate it based on what you want to achieve, what your body type is, and what your goal, what you're trying to aspire to. Is it to build muscle, or is it to lose weight?